Hello, assalamu alaikum. Hopefully, you will be enjoying your life. Today, I'm gonna talk about a serious problem that has just occurred in China. To further evaluate it, I'm gonna have a conversation with my friend. We will discuss its history, how it spread, and what are the recent measurements that has been made by Chinese government. Many different countries has issued a travel advisory to their residents not to travel in southern part of China, especially the city Wuhan. So to evaluate it, me and my friend gonna have a conversation about the pneumonia outspread. Hello, assalamu alaikum Faisal. How are you?
Walaikum salam, Raees. Alhamdulillah, good. How are you?
I'm fine too. Do you know there is a outbreak of pneumonia in Wuhan city of China? Can you tell me more detail about this?
Yes, Raees. Unfortunately, it's a bad event that has took place there, and the most of the time the pneumonia is because of the bacterial infection. But specifically in Wuhan, this time the outspread is of viral origin, and we have a lot of antibiotics to treat bacterial infections. But unfortunately, so far we have only developed only a few number of drugs to treat viral infections. So I think it's gonna be hard, but inshallah we will find a cure.
Oh, inshallah, inshallah. So can you tell me when the first case was reported and is there any genomic study yet?
Hmm. So the first case was initially reported on the 31st of December 2019, and the outbreak was associated with one of the seafood market in Wuhan, and later the market was closed. And yes, China has shared the genetic sequence.
Okay, okay. Can you tell something about the morphology of a virus, especially the coronavirus?
Yes, of course, Race. But first of all, let me clarify that the viruses and this coronavirus specifically, they share the same structure and morphology, and they are just made of a genome and a proteinaceous code. And this coronavirus is nothing new, but it is a new strain that has evolved over the past few years and have become more resistant.
Actually, yesterday I was just watching the news and I saw that in Wuhan city, guards at the airport they were just pointing out the public and they were just checking the temperature. And right now I have here that almost 200 cases been reported in Wuhan city and almost more than 20 cases in big city of China like Beijing, Guangdong and Shanghai. And yet there are four more cases which are among the overseas of China. And these overseas are mainly from Thailand, Japan and South Korea. And I hear that there is another woman which was from Taiwan. She's also positive strain. And this mess is not limited here. I hear that there are more than 15 cases in hospital staff. Up to now, I know all these things. I don't know about the fertility rate. Do you think is there any death by this virus?
Yes, Ray. So obviously, China is a developed country. They took the responsibility and they immediately started preventive measures. I always like to be a part of it. And even I think in the history of entire China, our university for the first time has started preventive measures. And they have advised the students to check their body temperature on daily basis, which I personally think it's a great step. And unfortunately, the Wuhan Municipal Health Commission reported that the 6 people have died so far.
You know that I remain active in stock market and yesterday I was just checking the stock which stock is being sold expeditiously and I realized that the face masks were being sold expeditiously and these face masks were being sold in 10 times higher prices than the original one. I know the face masks are good preventive measure to stop the spread. Can you tell further preventive measures?
Obviously, there are many ways to prevent this disease, and as they say, prevention is better than cure. So wearing mask is the first priority, especially if you are traveling or working in a crowded place. I highly suggest this. And to prevent this virus, it's the same as preventing common cold, which is get plenty of rest, drink fluids, take over the counter medicine for sore throat and fever. But do not give aspirin to the children's.
Oh, that's great. I think all these measurements in epidemic control, these are good and effective. Up to now, I have studied and seen many cases of common cold which lead to pneumonia, but this is a different type of pneumonia, which is a viral origin, and as you have already mentioned it. I know there are some antiviral drugs which can treat the viral diseases, but because this is a new strain, so do you think is there any new invention which can cure this disease? And up to now, do you think they have made any curable medicine?
About the treatment, I would say there are multiple antiviral drugs that shown to be effective in the cure of this RNA strain of virus. To be honest, I would say research is being made to treat it properly, and up to now, we only have symptomatic treatment for the infected patients. And there are certain ways of transmission for this virus, which are like the sneezing, coughing, person to person contact, unclean hands, and the transmission from animals to humans, and improper cooked food. And you should try your best to avoid these measures, and if you do these, I'm sure you will be fine and healthy. Best wishes for your health.
Faisal, this was a great conversation with you. Hopefully, my audience has learned a lot from this conversation and they will remain healthy and safe after using these measurements. And thanks a lot for your healthy conversation. And thank you so much for your time.
You're welcome, bro. And it's always a great pleasure for me to be here, always. And hopefully, I will get to be here more often, if you know what I mean.
Inshallah, inshallah. Wishing you all a happy life. Hopefully, you have enjoyed this video. If you wanna watch this type of videos in future, just subscribe our YouTube channel and stay tuned.